Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. Oh, mosquito just went. Oh, that's interesting. The mosquito just totally flew into the picture. And I find a lot of times when mosquitoes kind of stand out to me, it's irritating energy. And anyhow, hello everyone. Tonight's topic is breaking the toxic pattern of complaining. And that's basically speaking black magic into our own lives when we complain. And also when we empathetically listen to others, we open ourselves up to that negativity, speaking lack and things that we don't want in our lives into our lives. So we don't want to do that anymore. And after clearing the third eye in the last ceremony, the next morning, which was last morning, I woke up feeling kind of dizzy for a moment, and then it normalized. But like getting up, I've only felt dizzy like that when I had energy interference, when energies were trying to get back into the third eye and trying to get a hold of it and get set in there. And it's interesting because what's standing out to me there is a net or webbing. That's some kind of garbage here in the area where I am. So it's like thank you, Spirit. So it tries to spread again and take hold of the third eye to continuously create the need for complaining rather than seeing the blessings, right? So this is actually my last black mug that I have, and you can see I've had it for a long time. It's quite scraped and banged up, but I've loved it because you can kind of see the red parts actually more through the camera than I can see it with the bare eye. They look more brown, but they used to be all black until you poured something hot in it, and then the mug would kind of light up, which gave me a lot of joy. I thought it was really funny, but at the same time, since it is a black skull, I also associate it in this context now with breaking black magic by breaking this mug. So let's get right to it. Anyone who would like to smudge, I don't usually bring the stuff with me, so you can pause the video quickly and then continue. And I'm just going to call in our divine team right away. Actually, sorry, I will quickly also talk about the secret garden where all the crops that were edible, or most of them, actually died. See, this whole area back there actually died, but a bunch of wild mushrooms started growing that I pulled out, but then I planted some mushroom spores over here. So let's hope that that will take root and grow. Not exactly take root, but you know what I mean. Because it seems to be the right climate for mushrooms to grow rather than for some of the crops that may not have been in the right area here. But I planted some more stuff. So we have lovage, we have lemon balm. There is some red currant starting to grow here. It did take root. Those were cuttings from a bush that I found somewhere. Here is some peppermint. There's some catnip. Unfortunately, the sage didn't make it. The blueberry bush is still doing quite well. It was really tiny and the roots were almost disconnected when I bought it. So I'm actually very happy that this totally took root. However, the strawberry plant died, but there are some new sprouts coming from actual strawberries. Strawberries where I actually just cut off the exterior. So let's hope that this grows. And it looks like this is the only tomato plant. However, it hasn't really grown much and it's not looking super healthy, so hopefully it will recover. I actually just put a bunch of multivitamin and mineral pills next to it, hoping that might help, until I can figure out, you know, something better. I heard veggie might be good. I keep trying to add that to the water, but I haven't done it yet. So if anyone has any sort of home remedy, natural type of ideas, then please put it in the comments. I would love to hear about it. And I'm also hoping that I can inspire you to also just... Oh yeah, and of course the raspberries are over there. Although the animals actually ate everything, but the beans, there were beans sprouting even here and over there, and they died, unfortunately. But here, the raspberry plants are growing, aside from what somebody just simply cut off. So someone took quite the liberty with helping themselves, but there's enough left, so hopefully this will recover nicely. And down there I have some logs where oyster mushrooms should grow, hopefully. There were a bit of spores left in the package that I kind of spread here, under here, so we'll see, fingers crossed. Hopefully it's gonna start taking root right on top of this construction debris in a really sort of hidden away, tucked away area behind the train tracks. So I'm quite excited about it, and it would be great if we could sort of spread a movement where people just start planting edible plants, fruit, vegetables, nuts, anything where, you know, people and animals can harvest when it's ripe. So anyhow, so this is the positive thing that is ushering in our new world, new earth. But in the meantime, let us deal with those old energies. And thank you. So that's the connection. So focusing more on these things is helping us shift away from the complaining of what we no longer want, and focusing on what we do want and what we want to bring in to our lives, right? So with that being said, let me call in our divine team and smash this mug and break those toxic patterns of complaining about everything that we no longer want in our lives, everything that we don't want to focus on, and we shall get a nice clean break. Clean break is what just popped into my head. Okay, all right. Dear Creator, higher power, source and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, our ancestors that are in the light, dear Mother Earth, powers of all four directions, powers of the east, powers of the south, powers of the west, powers of the north, powers of all four elements, air, earth, fire, and water, and all other benevolent powers, forces, spirits, and beings of the universe that are of the light, please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, and protection with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. All right. Let us first take a moment to give thanks for all the blessings in our lives. So for this specifically, I want to give thanks for the garden, for any and all gardening and farming and plants that we're growing and that help us keep that connection with Mother Earth, and that help us usher in new earth, that help us bring back more natural aspects into our lives that we might have lost along the way for a while. And bless bless these experiments, these attempts of starting a food forest, starting a permaculture type growing setting, and let it expand from here. Bring lots of help and resources and materials and anything that we need to expand it. Bring it in bit by bit so that we can add on and grow it, enlarge it, and that it takes off as a movement where people feel inspired and where they can focus on something positive that is growing in a high vibrational way. Thank you. And with that being said, let us now and forever break that toxic pattern that has been in our lineages, in our society, in our culture, in our countries, on this planet in general, that people often complain and focus on the wrong things, focus on what we don't want anymore. Let us no longer do that. Let us break with this toxic way of existing. We refuse and revoke any and all consent previously given by joining in and also actively complaining about things that we don't like. And by breaking this toxic, dark, low vibrational pattern, let all the good positive energies flow in and open us up and help us really see all the blessings in our lives and shift our focus fully and completely away from all this dark stuff. And so it is. Wow, that was a clean break. Look at that. Holy moly. That broke amazingly. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations. Whoa. All gone. All gone. Tiny pieces left on here. The rest all scattered. And so it is. Oh, there are some more pieces here. Oh, this bigger one I can smash a little more. All right. But the rest seems to be pretty good. I don't know if that's part of it. No, that's not it. Okay, and it looks like all the other pieces that I can see are fairly small, so that was absolute success. Oh, here's one more that I can smash. Whew. Oh, yeah. Whew. Okay, I'll smash the handle a bit more. So that it has no more hold on us. Whew. Oh, yeah. Ha. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations. What is this? Even this one a little bit more. I think that was the cheek. So no more cheeky, fresh, what we thought as witty, but that is just toxic. And I think this was the base. Let's see if we can make that smaller, and I think that's good enough. All right. Whew. And so it is. All my relations, all our relations. Let the ceremony now be finished, and with that, let all the positive energies and the positive focus start streaming in and bring all the positive changes into our lives that we've been working on. Help us keep the focus more on those positive things and help us stay strong and no longer complain about what we don't want, but reaffirm again and again what we do want and speak it into existence. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön. All my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone. Let the ceremony now be finished, and let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us massively and strongly safe, shielded, and protected by a 12D shield of golden light with the divine seal of protection. And so it is. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of this ceremony, and for being on your own healing and ascension journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And also let me know what you felt, sensed, and possibly saw during the smashing. And if anybody would like to contribute further, there's a PayPal link down below. And if you would like, please join the Facebook page Alamanic Shaman as well. We're slowly working towards getting monthly support circles started to focus more on the positive and seeing the positive perspective. So yeah, let us work towards that together. And in the meantime, I'm sending you so much love and light, so many blessings and protection. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Bye.